All right. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the City of Racine. I'm Mayor Corey Mason, and I'm delighted to be joining all of you here today at City of Racine City Hall. We're in our parking lot. I want to thank the Department of Administration for choosing Racine to make this exciting announcement about this EV and collaboration. So the City of Racine has been deeply committed to sustainability and moving forward towards our goal of achieving the Paris Climate Accord. We've, of course, got the most electrified bus fleet in the state of Wisconsin right now, with 9 new electric buses that are now on the road. We've done a number of solar projects. We've done a solar field in one of our industrial parks, and we've got this project of a solar-powered EV station. And we have charging stations like this that are going into a number of our new developments that are now part of our development standards when we work with developers on redevelopment. We are so excited about what the future of sustainability looks like here in the state of Wisconsin under Governor Evers' leadership. And one of the key components of that sustainable future that we want to work on is these electric vehicle charging stations. So I'm pleased to be joined by a number of people here today, but I just want to acknowledge some people that are here. One, of course, is Representative Greta Neubauer, who, if you think I'm enthusiastic about sustainability, you should really meet Greta Neubauer because she knows a lot more about this subject than I do. But we're also joined by Secretaries Thompson and Secretary Blumenfeld, and it is my distinct pleasure to hand the dais over to Secretary Blumenfeld, who's going to talk to us about this state EV initiative. Secretary?
Thank you.
No, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Mason and the City of Racine for hosting us today on this important announcement. On behalf of Governor Evers, I want to extend a huge thank you to all of you who worked tirelessly behind the scenes on this project and for your ongoing commitment to a clean energy future. It's no secret that the City of Racine has been at the leading edge of electric vehicle development for quite some time. In fact, the governor was just here a few months ago to celebrate the launch of the largest electric bus fleet in the state here in Racine. And it was right around that time that the governor also released the state's first ever clean energy plan. Working together with businesses, stakeholders, and state and local leaders like Mayor Mason, we are setting our sights for a clean energy future that will reduce pollution, improve our health, and boost our economy, all while ensuring the resilience for the future of our great state. This is why we came here specifically to officially launch the Lake Michigan Electric Vehicle Circuit Tour, a collaborative between the states of Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, and Indiana to create a brand new, iconic road trip specifically with electric vehicles in mind. The solar vehicle charger you see here, right behind, is just one of what will be dozens of access points that will make the EV tour possible. The multi-state collaboration is focused on building out infrastructure for the best new road trip for EV drivers in America. The goal of this project is to ease EV adoption by creating new charging stations, connecting with existing ones to promote green travel along beautiful Lake Michigan. Already, visitors flock here from all over the world to explore the waterways, making it possible to do the Lake Michigan Circuit Tour without the use of fossil fuels. This will future-proof Wisconsin tourism and create many more opportunities for our communities, our workforce, our residents, and our visitors alike. This is what the future will look like. EVSE, or Electric Vehicle Supply Equipment, installations will be made in key coastal communities such as tourist attractions, state parks, lighthouses, golf courses, restaurants, and small businesses, tied together with a network of new and existing charging infrastructure. The Lake Michigan Tour will connect into ecotourism efforts, create new jobs, boost local businesses, and promote our state as the leader in EV adoption alongside our neighbor states. Pretty exciting, right? We already have many chargers that are either in progress or completed, and we will work to eliminate range anxiety or charging anxiety for travelers and promote a green travel, a win-win for Wisconsin and the world. The closest charging station right now is 16 miles away in Oak Creek, just going north towards Milwaukee. The goal is to build enough chargers along locations along the route to support EV travel based on the number of annual tourists using the network. The full circuit covers 1,100 miles of shoreline, and the Wisconsin portion of the route is about 350 miles. We'll be working closely with our counterparts at Tourism, the Department of Transportation, WEDC, along with state and local and federal leaders to make this dream a reality. This is especially why I'm so glad that Wisconsin DOT Secretary Craig Thompson could be here today to talk about what this will look like from the Wisconsin roadway perspective. Secretary Thompson, thank you so much for joining us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Secretary Blumenfeld. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Representative Neubauer, and everybody that could be here today. I'm excited to be with you here to announce the signing of the multi-state agreement to create the Lake Michigan EV Circuit Tour. Transportation affects nearly every aspect of our society and our economy. Here in Wisconsin, one of the most important impacts is on our tourism industry. So when revolutionary changes occur in transportation, they will inevitably impact tourism. One such change is the arrival of electric vehicle technology. And while EVs will affect every sector of Wisconsin's economy, the potential impact on tourism is going to be especially important. Why do we go on vacation? To relax, of course. And one of the things that makes for a relaxing vacation is knowing that you will be able to travel to your destination and back safely. For EV owners who are planning to take a trip through a state like Wisconsin, the biggest factor that brings peace of mind is knowing that when you need a charging station, there will be one nearby. The original Lake Michigan Circle Tour has long been a popular trip for tourists, attracting thousands of drivers every year. Making this route an EV corridor will help ensure that it continues to bring tourists to our state as we continue to transition to electric transportation. Fortunately, most of the route is already electrified. Currently, the route in Wisconsin includes 230 level 2 and DC fast charging stations. Along the 360-mile route, there are only 2 sections greater than 50 miles between chargers that are lacking a universal DC fast charger, and no sections greater than 20 miles between level 2 chargers. WSDOT's role in the development of the Lake Michigan EV Circuit Tour is twofold. First, we're working with our partner states to determine the best locations for EV charging stations to complete the route. It's important that stations be located every 50 miles or so along the route, and that they're located close to the highway. But beyond that, we know that recharging an EV battery isn't like pulling up to the pump in a gasoline-fueled vehicle. Even with the latest fast charging technology, EV batteries take a while to charge, so travelers need amenities to keep them busy while they wait. Optimal locations will be in easy walking distance from dining, shopping opportunities, and other tourist attractions. While the state of Wisconsin will not own or operate charging stations itself, we will work with our businesses and our local government partners to encourage the development of stations on the parts of the route that require building out. So WSDOT's second role will be to promote the route to these groups as well as to the general public. This includes installing informational signs along the route, alerting motorists that there's charging stations ahead. The Lake Michigan EV Circuit Tour is just one way WSDOT is preparing Wisconsin for the electrification of our transportation system. Just last week, I'm very proud of this, we submitted our Wisconsin electric vehicle infrastructure plan to the federal government for approval. This comprehensive strategy and action plan will secure Wisconsin's ability to receive an estimated $78.5 million in federal funds as allocated in the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program. This funding will be an investment that enhances the state's EV infrastructure and makes benefits of electrification available to everyone in Wisconsin. As you've heard, switching from fossil fuel powered vehicles to electric vehicles powered by more sustainable sources is one of the most important things we can do to reduce our carbon footprint and avoid the kinds of issues that can stress the electric grid. We're not only seeing an increasing demand for electric vehicles in Wisconsin, but manufacturers are ramping up the production of their models and have goals of producing 100% electric vehicles in the near future. To accommodate this growth, Wisconsin is stepping up our efforts to help provide electric vehicle infrastructure that the state will need. Today's announcement marks another step toward meeting that goal, and we're excited to work with our partners in Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois to make that happen. Thank you very much.
Any questions? questions at all?
Mr. Secretary, how are the other states doing? Are we ahead of them? Can an electric vehicle owner now make the tour?
Well, as I was saying, most of the route is electrified already. The states are in varying degrees of that. I would say Michigan has definitely been one of the leaders in the Midwest, but we're ramping up quickly. And when I talked about us applying for that $78.5 million, if we get that along our alternative fuel corridors throughout Wisconsin, which is separate than this route we're talking about, and those alternative fuel corridors are basically all of the interstates, 151, Highway 8 up north, Highway 2, and 141. Along those corridors, we need to be able to demonstrate that there will be fast charging stations no more than every 50 miles and no more than 1 mile off of each exit. So people that are coming to our beautiful state are going to know that there's going to be charging available.
Mayor, can you talk about this site, how long it's been here? And
Yeah,
what's
so
been used?
we installed this site last year, actually, and it's had actually an unexpected impact on local tourism already. People will come and say, you know, it's great, I can come charge my electric vehicle and then take advantage of your historic downtown, grab dinner, come back and have my vehicle charged when they return. So we're already getting great feedback on it. The other unexpected benefit is we get to see the variety of electric vehicles that are out there who that come and park their vehicle here to be able to do it. But it's certainly exceeded our expectations for what we would hope to be able to achieve for it. We get a lot of great feedback from residents and visitors alike who like to be able to charge here at City Hall and then buy dinner or buy, take advantage of our retail options here in the historic downtown.
What kind of cost is
Yeah, that's a great question. I know Shannon, do you remember what the actual costs are? It has been more than a year since we did this. I know we were able to get a grant to pay for a good portion of this project, but it is something that we installed last year. I'd have to get you those numbers to give you the exact amount.
What about the car owners?
Oh, so it is free it's free to the car owners who want to charge here. I mean, people have asked questions. Will it eventually, will we start charging for it? What will that look like? I don't know what the answers will hold for that as electric vehicle stations get built out around the state and around the country. But for now, if you come to City Hall and want to enjoy our downtown, you can get a free charge on your electric vehicle.
What level is this one, and how long might a typical charge take?
It really depends on the vehicle, so it's hard to say. But some people can do it in just a couple hours. Other people might require an overnight charge. It depends on the vehicle and the battery and the make.
Are you able to track just how many vehicles are charged here?
We are. I don't know if we know any of those numbers off the top of the head. I mean, I can tell you that, we've blocked it off today so that we can have this conference here, but most days when you come here, you will see a vehicle here. Most weekends, if you're here, you will see it here. I'm sort of amazed whether it's first thing in the morning or at the end of the day after a council meeting, you can come out and you'll see vehicles charged here and people taking advantage of it.